guys, and welcome to the greenhouse. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and it is mid-March here in Zone 6B in Pennsylvania, which means in the greenhouse at least it's about 85 degrees during the day, so it's time to make sure the plants in the greenhouse have enough water. Take a quick look, see what needs to be pruned, and open up the lilies. Now, if you're new here, last year I tried a different method where I just threw them in a tub, covered them with a black trash bag. They're not even enclosed. So I'll be curious to see how they've done. And I have not even walked out here all winter long, but I can see that there's tons of growth. Most of the tubs still have some water. The plants are coming back. One back there is dry that I need to address. So we're going to pull out the water today, fill up some of the tubs, flood the lilies so they can get started growing to move out in tub season, generally late April, early May. And just take a quick peek at the bog, probably pull off its winter covering. And again, if you're new here, I've been doing summer tubbing on my channel for 5 years. And what that means is I set up a lot of these container bins all over my yard and in my greenhouse here. And I grow a ton of plants and I breed a bunch of shrimp and fish. And this year will be no exception. It'll be our 6th year doing so on YouTube. So if you're interested in this content, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of these videos. And if you're curious about what it all means, there's a complete playlist on my homepage. So let's grab the hose, start flooding some of these tubs, and take a quick look around. Now the water I'm using is captured rainwater. I have this water collection set up from the gutters on the greenhouse. And I use this specifically for my carnivorous plants in the bog garden out front, but also to top off the tubs in the greenhouse. You see, I have a well, so I try not to be too aggressive with how much water I use outside, especially because I use so much in the fish room. And this gravity-fed tote works out really, really well for filling tubs, feeding or watering the carnivorous plants which need really dilute water, and it's just an easy way for me to do so. You can see in that end tub in particular, things are looking a bit crispy. That's a taro plant and some other baskets that I use in my waterfall feature. So hopefully that'll come back. If not, it's no big deal. As we look around, you can see there is a whole lot of growth everywhere. Everything's coming back really nicely. We're gonna go peek right over into my lily bin real quick. This is my tub of water lilies. We can see most of them are coming back. They definitely need some water. But you can see everything has growth points, which is good. That one I'm not sure. Those 3 I'm not sure about, but the rest of them have growth points. So we'll go ahead and fill this tub up next and give them a chance to get growing. Now each of these tubs has a ton of plants, and again I set up usually between 18 and 20 mini ponds in my yard. So these will be spread out all over the place. And in previous years I've grown vegetables out here in the greenhouse, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do this year. I have a lot of, hopefully, travel planned, COVID dependent. I am fully vaccinated, thank goodness, but still have to be safe. So I hope to do a lot of camping and kayaking and do a series of videos for you guys on some sort of the inspiration that we can take from the natural environment around us in order to translate that to our aquascaping. So if you're interested in that, let me know down in the comments. Now, because it is so warm out here in the greenhouse and I'm not going to be moving fish out for at least a month, I am going to disperse some of these mosquito bits. I've talked to you guys about these before on my channel. You can also buy them in the large circles called dunks. And these are Bacillus thuringiensis, subspecies israeliensis, which is a bacterium that prevents mosquitoes from developing from the larva into the actual mosquitoes. It also helps with fungus gnats. So I'll broadcast this in each of the tubs just to be proactive so I don't have mosquitoes out here leading up to the start of the season when I can move out fish and shrimp. While this lily tub fills, I'm just going to go out and uncover the bog, and you guys can come with me and see what it's looking like. Now I still have quite a lot of cleanup to do out here with leaves and stuff, but I'm going to pull the covers off my 3 bog gardens just so that those plants can really start to grow. It is supposed to stay above freezing at this point. Of course, if it were to dip down like profoundly below freezing, I'd come back out and cover them up. And then on the other side of the yard, you can see all the tubs are still overturned. Looks kind of a mess all winter long. I do leave the 300-gallon over, so it's completely full. So I may drain that halfway, pull out a lot of the leaf litter that fell in there, and then allow it to refill from rainwater. Pretty soon I will flip over all these other tubs as well and just let them start to fill. That way I have to use less water from my well. Now I do reuse these insulation materials from year to year. So I'll take them into the greenhouse and store them. They're a little bit damp, so we'll have to see if we get any mold or not. But this is pine litter with burlap, and I use the burlap so that I can easily dump everything inside the bin. Now, if you're interested in more details on my bogs and growing these plants, I do have a second channel called Plantaholic I haven't been particularly active on, but it does have specific information on these kinds of plants, and I can put a link to that in the description of this video. Everything's all watered. I just brought my leaf blower out and did a preliminary cleanup out here to get started to prep for the growing season. Let's go take a look in the greenhouse. So all of the bins have water now. The lily tub is almost completely full, and we'll just let things get growing. And I'll start checking out here about once a week to make sure the tubs have enough water. As always, thank you guys for your continued support. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'm excited for this growing season and to get back into it around the fish room. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.